Welcome to the jungle, guys. We are back at the best place in the whole of KZN. As you can see behind me, we're at Crockwell. We're back here with a better camera, with better moves and better chirps. So stick around. My first stop at Crockwell every single time has got to be the West African slender-snouted crocodile. Now, 99% of the time that I've come here and I've had a look at him, he's normally in the water, but he's outside for now, so we're not getting like a super close-up shot, but you can kind of see him. Now, these crocodiles are just so special and so well equipped for what they do. You can have a look at that snout, really nice and narrow, made for eating fish. What a cool animal. Okay guys, so one of my favorite things about Crockwell is how naturalistic these enclosures look. You know, most places that you go to, you can see it's like really concrete and it just doesn't look so natural. Now, Crockwell's been around here for an age. I used to come here as a kid. I think Henry was still here then. I don't really remember much. I was like really small. But because it's been here so long, the grass has been able to climb over and back into it. And I mean, on Henry's enclosure is probably the best example of it. It looks so naturalistic. And whenever you come here, all the crocodiles look like ticks. They're just so well fed and so well looked after. The people, man, I need to stop coming here and telling you guys about this, because you just need to come here and do it for yourself. It's just such a cool place to go. Let's carry on having a look around. There's so much more to see. All right, now we're here at Henry's enclosure, and as someone who's just bought an abandoned zoo and working on trying and do things and stuff, this is what you dream for. This is, I think it's probably one of my favorite crocodile enclosures out of any zoo I've ever been to in the world. I mean, have a look how the fig tree's roots are growing over there. Henry's in the water at the moment, so I think that's the big boy up there. So hopefully later on he comes out and we can have a look at him, because whenever I come here, first stop and my favorite stop, I know I said it was West African slender-snouted, it changes and it will keep changing, but is Henry. Come on, like, you can't see that thing anywhere else in the world. Only here, Crockwell Conservation Centre. What a place. Alright guys, so we've stopped off here at the Flamingo Pond, and I mean, just look at this place. Like, generally when you come around the place, it's got lots of birds and stuff, especially water birds. They stink a bit, but I mean, it smells perfect. And that again just goes to show you that the guys who work here really care about their job. Everything's always so well looked after. You don't see rubbish anywhere. And I mean, if you're coming from another country, like there's monkeys jumping around, they're not part of Crockwell. That's just natural residents here. But if you guys think we should get some flamingos for our park, comment down below. Why not? I think they're quite cool. I don't really know much more about them other than they're pink and their knees bend the wrong way. But I can learn. Check, we got a little bobcat over there. Every time I come here, I seem to see the bobcat. Hey, how's your tail, bro? What happened? Got too close to a crocodile? Huh? Talk about welcome to the jungle. Let's just get out of this thing and have a look. It's called a cycad. I think it's a Naturalistic. I don't know what the proper name is. The only people I know who know cycads are like really smart people, so I just go with what they say. But I don't think I've ever seen one this big. Absolute favorite plant. I'm allergic to them, I think, because when they spike me I get itchy, but I know they evolved for our dinosaurs not to eat them. I mean, that is the most prehistoric. That is as cool as any other animal in this park by a long way. I don't know if you guys are into plants, but that is just so cool. Have a look at the size of it. It's bigger than anything. Let's go. All right, so this is another project that's probably quite close to my heart, and that's of the Cape Vulture. Obviously, I'm not going to stick my hand in there. You can see this one's got a bit of an injured wing. I think the story was he hit a power line or something like that. Now, in Southern Africa, these animals are getting destroyed at stupid numbers. A lot of it has got to do with poisoning of vermin. The vermin dies, they go and eat it, they end up dying. Lead poisoning, I think, is also a big problem, and also, of course, the power lines and things. But one of the most major issues that we have, and this is why I say it comes down to my heart, because I think this is where I specialize, is culturally these animals hold massive significance in the traditional medicine area. So vulture's feathers, the skin, some of it is even burnt down. a lot of them die because of this, and they fetch quite a high price. So because of that, a lot of these animals are dying. So all those things that have got cultural issues, and I want to be that guy who can bridge the gap between what we know about these animals and what they deserve in life, and culturally what they mean to people. And if we just fix that, we just bring the education level up and a little bit more understanding, we can change the world. So for our park, this is definitely something I'd like to look at in the future, especially if it's something that has had to be rehabilitated and fixed and it comes with a whole long story. Come to me, brother, I'll look after you for the rest of your life. But how cool are they? I just think it's like a velociraptor. It is the coolest animals. And I think the role that they play is so amazing, especially here in South Africa. We've got a bunch of different vultures, and each of them have got a different type of beak that has evolved differently, and they can only live when they're all together. So your vulture's like a white-backed vulture, got a much smaller head, they're good at opening things up. Then these guys come in, they clean it up, and then you've got the lappet-faced vulture, who's the biggest guy. He comes and takes all the stuff that the smaller guys can't. But without all three of those animals all together, working together, none of them can exist, and that's just nature. It works it out and it does it, but definitely on the list for the park. Right, now where Crockwell really just surpasses most places in this country is in the snake room. Now, you must remember, Crockwell was built a long time ago. Like, I think my entire life it's been open. I don't even know when they opened, but it's been a long time, right? So zoos and the way we keep animals in captivity has come so far from there. And what Crockwell has done so well. Remember, this place used to be a place that bred crocodiles to slaughter for their skin and meat. Now they've turned themselves into a conservation center, and people from all over the country come here. It's like a stop for everyone. It has just become such an icon of conservation. But where you really see the work that they've done is when you come into the snake room. Now, these types of big panes of glass you'd be used to seeing in places like London Zoo and all of that, well, Crockwell's incorporated, and they've just done the enclosures so nicely. Even the anaconda enclosure. Now, as someone who's worked in zoos a long time, yellow anacondas are the worst ones to ever keep, because when you clean their water, they poop in it as soon as you're done. And then if you want them to poop, just clean the water and they'll do it. They don't get compacted too quickly. But I don't think I've ever come to Crockwell and seen a single poop in that pond. So, I mean, these guys are just smashing it out of the park. That green mamba enclosure, I would be happy to live in here. I would quite happily live in here. And later on, it's not going to be part of this video. I'm going to put this in, so maybe I'll leave the link there and then you can go and watch it. Later on, we're going to be pulling out the biggest black mamba I have ever worked with in all my life. I've never pulled them out before. I've used his girlfriend in a couple of my shows once or twice, but I've never used the big boy, and today's the day. Today's the day. Got to stretch up and make sure we're limber for this guy. But I think that's going to be a great video.